Welcome to the series on Python. Today we'll be looking at lists. So list is a built-in sequence data type provided by Python. It is written using square brackets, that is, the data elements in it are written inside square brackets separated by comma. It is used to store multiple data items. A variable generally stores a single data, but a list can store multiple data items. And these data items can be heterogeneous. That is, one data item can be a string, another data item in the same list can be an integer, and another inside the same list can be a float. Data is ordered, which means the order in which you add data to list is the same order in which the items be stored inside the list. So when you add an integer first and followed by string, it will be the same order in which they'll be stored. Duplicate data items are allowed in a list. That is, you can store two data items which have same value. For example, you can have two integers with the same value, say 1. Data items are modifiable. That is, you can modify any data item inside a list. You can modify its value. Next, elements can be accessed using indexing, and the index starts with 0. So here, for example, if a list is called my list square bracket of 0 will give you the first element. Negative indexing is also allowed, and here the last element will have an index of -1. So the first element's index will be minus length of the list. List can be created in two ways. One way is using the list constructor. Here this constructor takes an iterable as an input or iterable as a parameter to create the list. Also, you can create a list using a variable with 0 or more data items in a square bracket separated by a comma. So these are the two ways of creating a list. These are some of the important methods in a list that you should familiarize yourself with. The last two methods alone, they act on a list variable. All the other methods are used with the list variable. That is, they affect the list directly. The last two will act on the list variable. They take the list variable as an argument. Let us look at some practice questions. Which of the following code snippets will create a list containing 4 integers? First option, here you're using the list constructor and you're passing 1, 2, 3, 4 inside braces, which means it is a tuple and it is an iterable. So this is correct. Second option, you are passing 1, 2, 3, 4 as a tuple. So here you're basically creating a tuple and not a list. So this is wrong. The third option, see here you are using the square braces, good, but you are storing 1, 2, 3, 4 inside a braces again. So this will make it a tuple. So here basically the list will contain one tuple which has 4 integers, which is wrong. And the last option, this is you are passing a list and you're just passing comma separated integers. This is wrong and this will create a syntax error. So the answer is option A. The second question, suppose that the list created, my list, which has 4 data items, which method can be used to remove the last element and store the value of that element in a variable called deleted? First option, it uses the remove method and you are passing it the number 2. Good. But remove method will never return anything. It will only return none type. So this option is wrong. The next option uses a pop method which takes in the index of the data item to be removed. So here the index of number 2 is 3, which is correct. So this is the correct option. Next, you're using the pop method here again, but here you're passing the number 2. Pop method will always take only the index. So this will pop B. So this is wrong. The next one, you're using the del. See, del is not a method, it is a statement in Python. So there's no such method called del existing for a list. So this is wrong. So the answer is option B. Let us look at the next question. Which of the operations cannot be carried out on a list variable? So the first option is remove all data items from a list. Yes, this operation can be carried out, and this is carried out using a method called clear. So when you use list.clear, it will basically remove all the data items from the list. Second option, insert a data item as a specific index in a list. Yes, we know that this is possible because in the slide shown previously, you have a method called insert, which takes the index and data item as the parameters. Next, reverse a list in place using slicing. See, this is not possible because slicing will basically return a new list. It will not do it in place. Next, change the value of data item as specific index using negative indexing. Yes, this is possible. You can use negative indexing and change the value using the square bracket notation. So the answer is option C. Now we have provided some more questions for you to assess your understanding of all the concepts that we have explained in this series. Try these questions out and see if you are able to solve them. Please feel free to contact us at the given mail ID if you want to know the answer to these questions. Thank you.